Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for the second movie of us watching all the Star Wars movies again in preparation for Episode 9, and then ranking them and everything. These are going to come out every week, I believe, and leading up to, well, the movie. So hopefully Episode 9 is great, so that these are worth watching again. Yeah. So we're going to be watching Episode 2, Attack the Clones, and oh my god, so Phantom Menace made over $1 billion. Attack the Clones made $649 million. Budget of $120 million. I forget what Phantom Menace was. 111 for Phantom Menace. Seriously, 111. Alright, Rotten Tomatoes, slightly better than the Phantom Menace. Slightly better. Alright, remembering this movie, Anakin and Obi-Wan get into a situation. And then they meet Padme. And then someone tries to kill Padme. And then stuff with that happens. At some point, Obi-Wan says, "Someday you'll be the death of me." And everyone in the theaters react to that. They go, "Oh!" And then there's like Jango Fett. I almost said Django Unchained. There's Jango Fett, and there's this whole thing with him and Dooku and the clone army getting made. And then at the same time, that the creepiness that was little boy Anakin and adult Padme, which is actually 9 and 14-year-old, they're adults now. They're legal. I think Anakin's 19 at this point, and Padme's 24 at this point. So we have a romance, and if there's one thing that Star Wars has never done well, it's romance. Anyone who thought Han and Leia was amazing, you have a problem, sir. Or madam. So it's a whole lot of that. And also, I don't like sand. I can't believe we don't get away from, "Are you an angel?" Like, Anakin just doesn't have the best lines. Ooh. And then I killed them all. Somehow we get C-3PO at some point. And then big battle at the end when they talk. Like, the origin of the Death Star. That's in here. And I really feel like we should just say, skip to the second half if you've never seen these movies and you're watching them with us. And then reacting with us. And then the big lightsaber battle at the end. And I just remember the theaters flipping out at the Yoda part. And even more so the second time. I think I mentioned it in the Phantom Menace video. And just, wow. Wow, this movie just went. And I know I enjoyed it when I was a kid. When I was, I think 14 or 15 at this point. I know I enjoyed it when I was 14 or 15. And I remember saying, "I think Palpatine's Darth Sidious." And then everyone making fun of me because I was the last horse crossing the finish line on that one. Which is, what the hell? So, to get my cred back, hold on. There we go. Alright. Yeah. This is... Look, if you got this, and they don't, I'm better than them. That's all I know. Oh, that's a good question. So, I think I liked it then. Well, yeah, I liked it then. I was a kid. I was 15. Will I like it this time? Well, let's see. Phantom Menace, I was kinder to it. I was not kinder. I was kind to it because I knew it got so much crap back then. I'll probably be less kind because, dear God. Because there's no kid actor to go like, well, they did their best kind of thing. And to be honest, I've seen this guy in movies and Hayden Christensen, I just don't like him in anything he's ever been in, to be honest. I think it comes from this. It might come from this, but I've just never liked his acting, and it starts with this probably. For sure. Also, just, I know Natalie Portman's an amazing actress, but I don't think I've seen her good in anything. She's good at being crazy, that's it. She's only good at being unhinged. That's it. So Black Swan, that's it. Just watch Black Swan if you want to see Padme be good at something. She's not good in stuff. She's not good in Marvel. She's not good as Thor. In Thor. I hope she's good in the fourth Thor movie. She won't be, but we can always hope. This is a tangent. Yoda was the best part. No. the best part of the movie is Yoda. The best part in general is just Obi-Wan. Like, I'm gonna say Ian McKellen. Uh, uh, Ewan McGregor. Ewan McGregor is the best part of this. Like, across the franchise, Ewan McGregor is the best part. He's the best part. I also kind of wish Mace Windu was as OP as he is in the cartoon. That would be cool. But yeah, let's just see the movie. I think I will be kind at points and unkind in others. I do remember getting bored. Honestly, that was the weird thing. I remember getting bored even when all the lightsabers were coming. I'm like, that's kind of cool, but now we're just a bajillion lightsabers. Now we're just drinking ice cream at this point. Like, we're just totally like, you have a scoop of ice cream, you're good. You just drink a whole bunch of it, you're just like, I'm not enjoying this as much anymore. That's what it was. And then Yoda shows up with the caramel on the ice cream, and you're back in it for a minute. And this is a weird one. And then Obi-Wan, like, the duel with Dooku's okay. Yoda saves it. And then, wow, I'm just hating this movie the longer we're thinking about it. Let's just watch the movie. We gotta watch the movie before I just lose all interest in this thing. Let's get to it. So let's go. Why do I even own this thing? Oh my god! So, let's turn this back on for cred. Hold on. Cred. There it is. Whatever cred that is. Okay, so to Jinx thinks this is the best of the best worst one. If you cut Anakin out of this movie, it actually wouldn't be too bad. Holy it'd also be a 20-minute movie. A better 20-minute movie. Holy crap. But first up, real quick, the positives. Turn this back off. There's none. I'm gonna turn it back on. No. Okay. The positives. In hindsight 2020, Emperor Palpatine's 5B chess is better appreciated. Because there's just things that even don't get mentioned, like Padme, which I totally forgot what her relevance was in this movie, is she's totally against the Republic having an army. That's her whole thing. And, well, if he can't kill her, well, then he'll influence having her just be off planet. So she can't do anything to stop that. At the same time, they're influencing, trying to make it where they want to give him more power so he can build an army, and it happens. Like, he's setting up a war so he can get more power in the Senate. That's what he's doing. And he 10 years ago set up having a freaking clone army getting made, while he's also building up this droid army, and everything just works out for him. There are parts where it's like, this thing should not have worked out for him, because things should have fallen apart, because Dooku should have died at multiple moments, but he doesn't. And also the Separatists should have died at multiple moments, but they don't. Like, skipping ahead, Mace Windu has all the leaders dead to rights, and he doesn't kill any of them. Mace Windu's like, I'll get him later, because he's kind of OP. At least when it comes to the Clone Wars cartoon at this point, not the CG one, but the Cartoon Network one. He is OP in that one. So he's like, I'll get him later, I'm OP. Doesn't happen, of course, in the third movie, as we know. But, we need to just cover how awful Anakin is right now. Anakin is the worst part of this entire movie. He is extremely creepy. He's extremely creepy. He's extremely creepy. He says awful things that should be sending off warning signs to everyone around him, especially Padme. And she just isn't taking the hint. Every fiber in her body's like, no, run away, run. She just doesn't run away. It's so weird. It's so weird. He says the creepiest things. There's so many restraining orders that should have happened in this movie towards Anakin. So many. I don't understand. But she just takes it. It's so, and then she blames herself, as she should in some ways, but also all the blame's on him because he's so creepy. Because when Anakin goes for the kiss, she just takes it and she says, I shouldn't have done that. Like she's the one who was pushing the whole agenda. So weird. And then just Anakin says so many things that should have been turning her off, but apparently she's into it. It's so weird. He's like, it hurts to be near you. It hurts so much to be around you. It's just, and then the creepy things he says. But then you get it, because later on she starts saying she's dying around him too. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. By the way, no man in the entire Star Wars series ever says I love you back. I mean, I just noticed that. Because she says I love you. He doesn't say it back. Instead, he bitches about how didn't want to be in a relationship with him earlier. Instead of saying I love you back, he just throws in her face how she didn't want to have a relationship beforehand. Also, he says some very manipulative things. Extremely manipulative things. I'm victim blaming a little bit because at this point, yeah, god dang it, she should have ran. And we get, oh, why am I touching lightsaber that way? We get an inkling of something later because this is a prequel. So in episode 5 or 6, Han Solo gets really creepy and he forces himself on Leia, and the same thing happens. She just takes the kiss. Holy crap. Like, we established that Padme's kind of a badass. Same thing for Leia. But they just let creepy guys get on them. It's kind of unfortunate. More than kind of unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Anakin's problematic as F. Like, I don't even have a problem with him murdering women and children. That's supposed to be playing towards his character, towards Vader. That's supposed to be playing towards that. This whole creep part is so off-putting and so weird. And it makes it even weirder when we get to the third movie, where he's such an insane infatuation and love for her, and then he basically kills her himself. So weird. So weird. Also, all of Obi-Wan being the greatest, worst investigator ever, gets the Camino, he's like, oh, there's this whole army being built up and everything, and like he's getting clues that there's something going on with the Jedis. Someone's misusing the Jedi's funds and things like this. Like, okay, so something from within has been causing trouble here. Doesn't suspect Dooku of the army at all. When Dooku has to have a hand in that, even though Dooku's a part of the other side, the Separatists. It's like, there's shady things going on within the Jedi Hells, and Dooku is now the head of the Separatists. Nothing on that. No belief that maybe he's been doing some shady things. Because he follows Jango to the freaking clone army. Where does Jango go? To Geonosis to hook up with the Separatists. And there's no connection there in Obi-Wan's head. Dooku tells Obi-Wan, Darth Sidious is in control of the Republic. No connection there. I don't remember seeing any of this, of course, when I was 15 years old. Because of course I didn't. But seeing it now, I'm like, wow, why is this not connecting with anybody? And like, it's such a weird plan where if certain things don't happen, Sidious's plan feels pretty good. But because Dooku's going around saying Sidious is in control of the Senate and all these things, just giving it away a little bit too much, it's kind of suspect. But at the same time, the plan is so insane, would you really suspect someone's holding a war like this? You'd have to figure out what's the cause for it, and that'd be able to give him a position to get bigger power in the Senate. But you'd have to figure all that out. So I don't know. They don't know what the score is, so they don't know what's going on, really. And even then, when they figure out, it's just too damn late, of course. It was such a slog getting through part of this movie. And same thing for 1. It really was. Here's one thing I gotta say. There is a famous cut called the Machete Cut, which is skip episode 1, watch 4, 5, then watch 2 and 3, and then watch 6. F that cut. F that cut. I still think you should keep 1, as annoying as it is. I don't think it's worse than 2. I don't. Also, the inverse law of Jedi and inverse law of ninjas. Once there were just too many Jedi, they all just lost their mysticism. Like, they really do. Like, one Jedi is, like, really powerful and everything, then you see a bunch of them, and then you just see them get mowed down. Like, they lose their mysticism. They definitely do. And, oh yeah, Yoda with a lightsaber. A lot of people hated it. A lot of people loved it at the time. It's such a fan service thing. I'm fine with it, but when you put an argument over it, like, yeah, you get why it's not okay for Yoda to have a lightsaber, but it's still cool. And like, I'm still on that. It was just cool to see Yoda with a lightsaber. Although it would have been cool if it's like Duke was like, "Well, it's time to use lightsaber," and Yoda just pushes that out of his hands, like, "Bitch, you think a lightsaber's gonna prove anything?" That would have been great. Also, remembering the lineage here. Yoda trained Dooku. Dooku trained Qui-Gon Jinn. He's like, oh, I get it. I get where it came from now. Qui-Gon Jinn trained Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan trained Anakin. Anakin. Does he train anyone? Are any of his apprentices canon? They're all non-canon, right? Mara Jade's non-canon at this point. So he has no apprentices ever. I assume in Rebels he tries to make Ahsoka, probably. I don't know. Have to see Rebels at some point. But that lineage, like, you get by Qui-Gon so much like, bitch, I do what I want, because of who his master was and who his master's master was. Because Yoda very much is, bitch, I do what I want. That is Yoda. He just does a lot more subtler than everyone else. But I think, real quick, like, if Qui-Gon was alive, he wouldn't have gone to the Sith. He would have just gone gray. Qui-Gon, I think, was the path to a gray Jedi for sure. If you don't know what that is, I'm not telling you, because look it up. There's just so much bad. There's so much bad planning. Oh, Padme's midriff just suddenly happens in that scene. Oh no, the assassin sends their droid to go kill Padme around the beginning. Why have that droid come back? Why have that droid come back? Seriously? Like, seriously? Why have it come back? Droids aren't cheap. Droids aren't cheap, I guess. Also, when they snipe the droid instead of sniping Obi-Wan, why wouldn't you snipe Obi-Wan? You get your droid back, and you don't lose any money. I don't... There's a lot of... Okay. Oh, my God, this assassin. They get in the bar, they're a changeling, just move, change your clothing, you're good. No, they go to kill Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan gets their hand. The fact that we're a changeling was meaningless. They could have just been a Rhodian. And we get to watch another Rhodian fail miserably. Like, they didn't have to be a changeling at all. Because they didn't do anything with it. Very unfortunate. Oh, one more thing is, by the way, the Camino race is a scary race, considering not only did they build up an army over 10 years, they also had military like vehicles and everything prepared. Because they came in hot when they went to Geonosis. Like, holy crap. They were prepared. That's something else. I think that's enough ranting, although you could probably rant for a while on this movie. Ranking! I still put number one as number one. I think Duel of the Fates is too iconic. Considering there isn't a single scene in this entire movie that is not iconic. Like, that is iconic in a good way. I don't like sand. Is iconic in a bad way. Yoda, fan service Yoda was cool, but it's not iconic. It really is not. I think Duel of the Fates was something special for its time. It really was. While this is no, there's nothing there. It's just a lot of things we make fun of. It really is. To its credit, Jar Jar's there for a little bit. To its credit, we get to the end of his speech. And I want to believe Sidious was like, oh crap, he's doing a speech. Well, I got 3 plans in place to make this work after he fails. Oh, it worked. Alright, well, alright, less resources used. Okay, that works for me. I put number one at number one still, which is a surprise to me. I remember 2 better because I blocked out all the Anakin stuff. Oh my god, I blocked out all the Anakin stuff. By the way, Amidala was elected queen at age 14. This is the best we had at age 14. Like, Amidala's great and all, but age 14? This is the best they could find? Must have been one hell of a speech. Ask a 14-year-old to have a speech right now. See how well that goes for you. Ooh, no. I wouldn't trust this 14-year-old with a sandwich. If any of you are that age right now, you know I'm not wrong. You know I'm not wrong. And that's what hurts so much. We're gonna get so much crap. We're gonna get so much crap for this. We're getting so much crap for even watching the prequels, by the way. That's the second movie. What did you think of this movie? I know to get comments, people say, I really want to know your opinion if you like this movie. I really don't want to find out somebody likes these movies. That's a mean thing to say. People like this trilogy. And I don't know how. Okay, that's enough. We're just getting rambly at this point. So that's the second movie. That's the second movie. Third movie's next. Yeah, felt like third. Third movie is gonna be Revenge of the Sith, right? Revenge of the Sith, which I wonder. Here's what I remember: just they fight on a lava planet. That's all I remember. And she's lost the will to live. Ooh, all right. I want to believe there's an alternate universe where these are actually good. Where Lucas did not go astray. But that's it. That's enough bitching, which was a lot, which was 90% of this. We will see you guys next week with episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And yeah, hope y'all are having fun with this. And no, it's all in good fun, mostly. Well, I had fun talking with watch listening. I had fun watching. I did not have fun watching. I had fun talking, though. Hope you had fun maybe watching a movie yourself, listening to this, watching this. And what's all about the end of the day is having fun. So thanks for coming by, and see you next time.